In the past 2 years, inflation has become a buzzword we can all relate to. It impacts everyone in some way. But have you ever wondered what $20 can actually get you today? What if I told you that you could grab a game like Call of Duty, or even 2 games, including a 4A title? Well, today's pickups video are special and budget friendly. I've got over 15 brand new games here, and not a single one costs more than $20. Let's dive in. I will start with Call of Duty Vanguard. I picked up the Xbox Series X edition last Black Friday for just $10. When I saw the PS5 version for $18, I thought, why not? I recently finished the Series X edition and got all the achievements along the way. But I have to say, I was not impressed. This is not the Call of Duty I remember. The campaign feels bland with some other design choices. For instance, there is a part where you are jumping between buildings during an airstrike. It almost feels like I was playing Mirror's Edge instead. And those escort missions where you are forced to carry an injured NPC, developers should really stop making those. As a player, there's no real connection to the NPC, so carrying them around just feels like a frustrating burden. On the bright side, the multiplayer and zombies still have their fun moments. The campaign might be disappointing, but at least the trophies and achievements are not too bad. That's the only reason I picked it up again on PS5. Next up is Park Beyond. When I first saw this title, I thought it was some kind of valet simulator, you know, like the valet mission in GTA San Andreas. And honestly, who want a whole game based on one of the most annoying missions in GTA? But then I watched the trailer and realized it's actually a theme park simulator. That instantly caught my interest since I have been wanting a game like this for years. And for just $13, it was a no-brainer. Simulation games have become more common in the US market in recent years. However, they can still be a bit pricey. Garden Life, a cozy simulator, was $20, which is a great deal for a simulation game. I enjoy simulation games because they bring out the fun while skipping over the real-life headaches. Garden Life definitely has that cozy vibe, and it lets me build the garden I never had. Borderland 3 Ultimate Edition was once a rare PS5 game. It was available only at select retailers and in limited quantities. I recall it going for around $100 at one point, and I'm not sure if any sucker actually paid that price. If you are familiar with 2K strategy, you might have guessed a reprint was on the way at a lower price. They did the same thing with Borderlands Game of the Year edition on PS4, and now they have done it again with Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition for $20. While some are disappointed that the DLCs are not on the disc, I actually prefer it this way. It makes sharing content with the PS4 edition easier, and many of you probably picked it up through PS Plus a few months back. Next, let's look at a couple of $10 games. First up is Skull and Bones, a 4A title. The limited edition is actually a Best Buy exclusive. Unfortunately, this 4A game hasn't done too well, much like most Ubisoft titles in recent years. I feel Ubisoft's biggest challenge is figuring out what the players really want. They need to understand that it's players who make the purchases, not some SJW or those who talk nonsense. If they don't change direction soon, their days might be numbered. As for the game itself, multiplayer-only titles are not usually my cup of tea. I only pick it up because it's a limited edition and the price at just $10. I will still give it a try, but my expectations are pretty low. Next, we have a Switch game, Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star. For $10, this one is definitely a no-brainer. I've been looking to add some fitness games to my Switch collection. With the winter coming, it's nice to have a way to exercise at home when the weather is bad. That said, I will only use this as a backup plan. I haven't had much success with fitness games, but it's a good option for days when I am stuck inside and need more than just walking. Next, we have another Switch game, Little Friends Puppy Island, a pet simulator that cost me $20. I just realized this is actually my first pet simulator. I used to have a couple of dogs in high school, but I am not really into pets anymore. Especially after moving to the US, it feels like having a pet here is a lot of work. These days, I prefer watching wildlife in nature. Still, this game looks pretty cute. If pets are not allowed where you live, this could be another option for you. The first PS4 game of the day, Killer Frequency. I had my eye on this first-person horror game a year ago, but I decided to wait for a better deal. I ended up paying $15, which feels reasonable. Killer Frequency looks both interesting and scary. My only issue, it requires multiple playthroughs to get the platinum. There are a lot of missable trophies, which is a big turnoff for a trophy hunter like me. We have just crossed the halfway mark, and for the second half, I want to focus on two game publishers. How do you guys feel about Outright Games? They are known for putting out a lot of fan service games, often with poor quality. I've realized I actually have quite a few of their titles, so I guess they are my guilty pleasures. The next few games are from Outright Games. Let's check them out together. First up is Gigantosaurus Dinocard, a car racing game based on the anime series Gigantosaurus. This was another game I passed last year, but I eventually picked it up for $15. That's a bit high for an Outright Games title. Layered games usually go for around $13. Since this one is becoming harder to find, $15 feels like a reasonable price. The game itself reminds me of Race with Ryan. I have a feeling it might just be a reskin, but it looks fun and offers easy trophies. That's what matters to me. Next up is L.O.L. Surprise B.B.s Born to Travel. Well, this is not the League of Legends I remember. L.O.L. Surprise is actually a popular toy line, and Born to Travel is its first entry into console gaming. The gameplay is basically an overcooked rip-off. I got this game for $12, thinking it was a good deal that couldn't go any lower. However, of course, right after the return window closed, it dropped to $6, just waiting for me. And to top it off, it doesn't even come with a platinum trophy. Next, we have another toy line turned video game, Rainbow High Runway Rush. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what kind of game this is. It seems to blend some puzzle and adventure elements, but honestly, it feels like a garbage can filled with all sorts of random junk. On the bright side, it's an easy play now and comes with a free PS5 upgrade. I guess the main reason I pick up games from Outright Games is for those easy play nows. By the way, this one cost me $13. Next up is another $10 game, Star Trek Prodigy Supernova. I wasn't planning to get this one, mainly because I had concerns about the co-op gameplay and the trophy list. It's based on an anime series and focuses on local co-op. Compared to most Outright titles, this one might actually be a bit more challenging. However, for just $10, it was hard to pass up. Now shifting to something a bit heavier. Some of you may have heard that indie publisher Merge Games recently shut down. This news really surprised me since I actually own a few of their titles. For me, collecting indie games is an enjoyable experience, so it really sucks to see a publisher like this go. In memory of Merge Games, the next two games are from Land. First up is Fort Soless. This was a total blind buy. I saw a PS5 game for $15 and went for it. Fort Soless is an adventure game that leans toward point-and-click gameplay. That means it's not everybody's cup of tea, at least not for me. That's what happens when you buy a game without checking it out first. Next up is Crybaby's Magic Tears, the big game. I was surprised to see this published by Merge Games. It seems more like the kind of title Outright Games would handle. Similar to L.O.L. Surprise and Rainbow High, Crybaby's Magic Tears is a toy line. The big game is the franchise's very first video game. Somehow this game is sold out in most places, so I'm glad I grabbed it for $16. It's an adventure game, and based on the trailer, it actually looks pretty fun. Another game from Ubisoft, Monopoly Plus plus Monopoly Madness. I finished Monopoly Plus on Xbox One a while back, pretty standard Monopoly, nothing groundbreaking. But this package includes all the DLC, which is nice. What really caught my eye is Monopoly Madness. The gameplay looks fresh and unlike anything I have seen before. I'm excited to try it out. I paid about $14, but I have a feeling this could be a $10 Black Friday deal. Guess we will see. Last but not least, Darkstorm's Witch Hunter Double Pack. Both games look like those cheaply made mobile endless runners. However, I enjoy collecting cookie games like this for their unexpected surprises. I paid $15, but a couple of years ago you could snag it directly from the publisher for under $10. Unfortunately, by the time I found out, it was already sold out and out of stock for a while. Recently, with the game back in limited stock, I decided to go for it. Today we are covering 16 games, all under $20. 2024 is the year I'm trying to rapidly expand my video game collection. I must say, finding those cheap games is getting harder. With Black Friday around the corner, I'm curious to see what deals will come up. Part of me wants some good deals, but I also want to keep my spending in check. That's it for this video. If you like today's content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Take care, and I will see you soon.